Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your man here, Gatorade5, and I am here for my very first installment of the... I almost said Pokemon. God dang it. FIFA 17 AC Milan career mode. And it's going to be a manager career mode, but what I'm going to call this, because this is what I usually do on career modes, just because I don't know, I don't find the fun in playing the games. I find the fun in doing everything else. So I'm going to call this a business career mode. So it's going to be the AC Milan business career mode. And today we're going to go ahead and start for you guys. And we can see the board expectations for Milan. We're going to make Milan great again. All right? We can do this. Anyways, for you guys, you probably don't know who AC Milan. You can obviously read it. I didn't actually know some of this stuff. The club was founded in 1899 by a group of English expatriates. I have no idea how you say that. But the original name of the Milan Cricket and Football Club. They have been crowned champions 18 times, have won the domestic cup on 5 occasions. Nicknamed the Rossoneri, the red of Milan's shirts represents the ardor, and the black represents the opponent's fear to challenge them. So yeah, the Rossoneri, if you guys wonder why I reference them as the Rossoneri, that's why Milan is nicknamed the Rossoneri. So, let's go ahead, select AC Milan, and I guess we can do this stuff. I always go with this and that because that kind of, like, is probably the most like me. Enter your first name. Kate, I guess. It's my actual name. And don't know what I'm gonna do for the last name here. Let's just go, let's see here. Cade, and do I have to have a last name? I do. Fine. Be that way. I'll change this then. I'll change it to Gatorade and I'll do 5 for the last name. Can you do numbers? Hey, you can do numbers for the last name. There we go. Gatorade 5. Although I'll be named Mr. 5. I'd rather be named Mr. Gatorade 5. Obviously, I'm not going to be choosing England because it's England. I'm not from England. I'm from the United States, obviously. If you couldn't tell. And this, actually, just notice, I might be able to bring back the Wild series that was so long ago. This is going to be fun because this is obviously on a PS4 if you guys couldn't tell. So, let's go ahead, continue, and match difficulty and half length isn't going to matter because I'm not going to be playing any of these games if you guys couldn't tell. And that's because, obviously, it's a business mode. We're here for the business aspect of it, and we're going to see if we can make Milan great again. Now, obviously, I may play games later, so I will set it to semi-pro, which is what I like to challenge myself as, and I'll usually go 4 minutes just because I like it to be short. I'm definitely not going 20 minutes. God dang it. Yeah, I'm bad at this. Anyways, the San Siro, great stadium, man. One of the best stadiums in soccer ever. And we're going to go ahead and download the latest because there's some faces at Milan that I think won't be in default. So there we go. And European competition in the first season? No, because obviously Milan got in like 7th, which is I think 1 or 2 spots away from... It's 2 spots away from the final EuroLeague spot in the Serie A. Obviously, in FIFA 17, they have to call it the Calcio because they don't have the rights to the Serie A like they did in previous installments of the game. And we're going to keep the first summer window, and there we go. I'm not actually going to do anything in today's episode. Not going to advance at all. I may target a few transfers. We'll see. So we'll see how short or how long these episodes can be. And obviously, we'll be able to get more games in this career mode without playing any of the games. So there we go. Let's go ahead and advance, and we're going to go ahead and download the latest updates. And this, just want to say, probably when Minnesota United is probably going to be a free DLC into this game. When that happens, I'll probably do the Minnesota United career mode. We're going to make Minnesota United into the best team in the MLS. At least that's what I plan to do, obviously. We'll see. Minnesota United did just sign Miguel Ibarra and Christian Ramirez, so pretty good. And they have the #1 pick in the MLS Super Draft. But here we go. As you can see, Milan appoint 5 as the new boss, because you can see with 5's arrival, because 5 is our last name, unfortunately, because Caterade 5. I wish they would just call me Cade, because obviously that's what I would love to be known as. And here we go. The big transfer for the Serie A in the summer is Juventus signed Milan Pjanic for 59 million, and we also in Milan obviously got Jose Sosa. He hasn't actually played at all, I don't think, for Milan, because they signed him. As you can see, I already have one going on. We're just gonna save this as a YT Milan. So there we go. Hopefully I don't overwrite this save data with any of my other saves. But there we go. Milan, and here we go, guys. It is going to be fun. Anyways, congratulations, Caterade 5. Milan have been invited to participate in a preseason friendly tournament. This is a great opportunity to get to know all the players in your squad, experiment with different tactics, and get the team ready for the upcoming season. There is also prize money for doing well in the tournament. We're obviously going to advance to the invites, and at this point I usually just select whichever one gives the most prize money, although that one on the left does look kind of hard, but I mean both of them look kind of hard. We go in the International Cup, we'll have to compete with Ajax, Mönchengladbach, Valencia, and Bayer Leverkusen, and Moscow, but I mean they're not that good. If we go into the Continental Shield in France, we'll have to compete with AS Monaco, West Ham, Everton, Olympic Lyon, I mean Watford, but I don't know. And this one would probably be the easiest, probably because obviously it's in South America, so the only team that I would see us losing to is maybe SL Benfica, or maybe Hertha BSC if we have a bad day. But at this point, you know what? I'm gonna click the Champions Trophy, because why not? I mean, I see us beating all these people, so I see us getting the $9 million, because obviously I'm not going to be playing compared to these ones where we would have to face Ajax, Mönchengladbach, Leverkusen, Valencia, and all those other sides. In this one, we would have to face West Ham, Everton, Olympic Lyon, AS Monaco, all those people. In this one, we only have to face Benfica and Hertha BSC. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and do the do that. So there we go, and we are here. And as you can see, look at our group. It's Milan, the big boys Milan. We have Deportes Tolima. I don't even know what league that's from. We have Independiente and Spartak Moscow, which is probably the only other threat to us. Maybe it's going to be more difficult than I think it is, but at this point, probably not. So we'll go over the squad in a little bit. But obviously, let's take a look at our objectives and everything else. So we have the Champions Trophy. We have shirt sales, which is going to be a large percentage of the income, as you can see. They want us to earn $49.5 million. That's actually not as difficult as it seems. We have important transfer market information. We have the expectations. We have scout reports, and then we have our scout as well. So there we go. Let's go ahead. Take a look at our expectations first and foremost. First of all, youth development. and this is medium priority. I have one like this in one of my different career modes. It's sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Not too hard, especially if you have a lot of crappy players. You have brand exposure, which is sign 1 crucial team player assigned to a midfielder or a midfielder position. Now, this, I believe, is glitch. They just want us to sign 1 crucial first team player, period. I think that's how it usually works. And the second one is gain 49.5 million in shirt sales. We should be fine with that. Now, financial is medium. Usually if it's like keep this much money in your transfer budget, I usually can't do that. But with this, increase your club worth by 15%. I think we should be able to do that, especially when you bring young players in and promote people from the youth squad and use training to boost them up. It's not as hard as it seems. Domestic success. They want us to reach the quarterfinal of the Copa Nacional, and as you can see, we're already in the round of 16. So we're already in a good position. Another thing is that AC Milan in real life beat Juventus on penalties in the actual final of the Copa Nacional on December 23rd. So that's pretty decent. And then they want us to finish in a Champions Cup place in the Serie A. And for continental success, they obviously want us to qualify for the Champions Cup. And within 3 seasons, they want us to reach the semifinal. That one may be difficult, especially with simming the games. But we'll see how much we can do well on this Milan squad. Obviously, there's nothing really in here. At this point, don't know what I want to do with youth staff. We're going to see what kind of scouts we can get. If we can't get any 4 or 5 stars, we're going to have to wait another week. So we're going to see what we have here. We have a 4-4, and that's it. So we did not get good scouts to start out with. I want at least a 5-4, either 1 or 4-5, obviously. So at this point, we're not going to be signing any youth staff. I don't want to waste all my money. In the youth department, obviously, we want to boost people. Now, for this, I would like to take a look at the team and see what we can get here. But let's just go ahead and take a look at the transfers. Oh, that's not where it is. All right, there is a place, but go ahead and show you the latest squads of AC Milan, and we're gonna go ahead and do that in the squad report for you guys. First up, I'm just gonna sort by position, and first and foremost, we have this man has drew attention from Barcelona and Liverpool for transfers in the January transfer window. Gianluigi Donnarumma is an Italian beast, already set to take over Buffon in the international role very soon. And in this game, I believe he has around 88 potential. Now, Gabriel is another young goalkeeper that will probably move on later in a couple years, or just in a year or so, when he gets a couple more points of overall. I've seen that, I don't remember exactly where it is, it's either between 75 and 76 or 76 and 77, that your value just shoots up. It's like, it just shoots up between 75 and 77. So when he gets to that, around that, because I believe he's got like around 80 potential, he will definitely get sold. Now, Diego Lopez is on a loan at Espanyol, and he's 34 years old, 82 overall. Milan have wanted to sell him pretty much since they got him, and they haven't been able to do that yet. But I'm going to definitely look to sell him when he comes back from his loan at Espanyol. Next, we have Ignacio Abate, who's definitely going to be our starting right back. He's been at the club for a long time, and He's very quick. He's a very fast right back, as you can see. Look at those physical stats. 91 sprint speed and 85 acceleration. Pretty good, as you can see. And he's going to be taken over by Davide Calabria, the right back. He's only 19 years old. He's got 70 potential, and as you can see, he's got the showing great potential status, which is between 80 and 85 potential, around that range. So he's going to be really good, and he's going to be the successor of Ignazio Abate, which is one of the things about this Milan team. They went down, and now they're building back up very nicely, because a lot of these players can replace older players. As you can see with Abate and Calabria, we're going to go ahead and see some more of those later. And first we have Gabriel Poletta, who's 30 years old, and he's going to quickly go down, I think, as the season goes on. And but he's still 78 overall, and he's still in the starting 11 at this point. I may want to sign another center back. But the next one, we have Alessio Romagnoli, 78 overall, and he's got like high 80s potential, as you can see. Exciting prospect. He's only 21, and he's going to be a great player soon. Next up, we have Gustavo Gomez, who we recently got from a Mexican, or it might have been Argentinian club, I'm not sure, Lanús, for $9.5 million. And he, I believe, has got some potential as well. As you can see, he's only 23 years old. The Paraguayan center back is actually already playing on their national team. Not sure if he's starting, but he does get called quite frequently. Next up, we have Rodrigo Ely. Not sure how you say his name, but he's I don't remember about his potential, but we'll keep him in the team. We're definitely going to be keeping these top 4 center backs in the team. Next, we have Christian Zapata, who I'm definitely going to try and sell. He's 29 years old, and we need to get him out of here. He doesn't usually sell in the transfer window unless you try to sell him in a transfer, if you get what I mean. If you're trying to bring someone in, you kind of, that's how I kind of try and sell these guys. Next, we have Jerison Vergara, who's on loan at Arsenal Tula. 22 years old. He's got like at least 80, I think. Not sure, but he's gonna be good someday. Not sure if he's gonna fit his way into the starting 11 at any time in his career, but he'll definitely be worth quite a bit of money when in a couple of years. Stefan Simic, haven't seen much about this guy. Not even sure how well he's doing. I don't even know what team that is. Axel Moscron. But there we go. Next, we have Mattia De Cilio, who is very good. He's a young left back. He doesn't have that high potential, but as you can see, he's already, I mean, he is in the starting role, even though we have a left back who's better than him. He's definitely going to be in the starting 11, and we're going to go ahead and give him that contract probably after I go through all these players. As you can see, I'm taking quite a long time to go through these players just because I want you guys to know, obviously, what these people are like. Now, next we have Lionel Vangioni. Not sure why we picked him. He's 29 years old, left back from River Plate, which is an Argentinian team, I believe. Like, I don't know. He's a good backup. I know that. So there's that. And obviously we also have an even better guy named Luca Antonelli. He has been at Milan quite a long time. I'm not a fan of him. He doesn't play that much in real life. I kind of want to sell him. He's another one of those guys like Christian Zapata. Next, we have probably one of the biggest players in this kind of transition era of Milan, and it's Ricardo Montolivo. And as you can see, status a leader of men. They call him a leader of men. He has been at Milan, I believe, his whole career. And he's still 78 overall. I'm not sure if I want to sell him. A lot of people who play these Milan career modes, sell him, but they don't know how much this guy means to the club. He wants to stay at the club, so I'll probably keep him. Next, we have Mario Pasalic, who is on loan at Milan from Chelsea, the 73 overall center defensive mid from Croatia, and he's probably going to be Montolivo's successor, because after his loan spell at Milan, we're definitely going to try and sign him. In real life, he wants to move to Milan because he was the guy who scored that final winning penalty against Juventus in the Supercoppa Nazionale, and obviously the other guy who helped them out was Gianluigi Donnarumma. But anyways, Pasalic, definitely want to sign him after his loan spell is done at Milan. Now Mario, I don't even know how to say his name. I just call him Mario Pinocchio because his name looks like that. He's on loan at FC Lugano. Probably going to sell him on when he comes back. I don't think he's that good. Manuel Locatelli. This kid has got like 84 potential. In the other game against Juventus, he scored a strike beyond the 18-yard box against Buffon, the 1-0 winner against Milan in the actual Serie A. He is so good. He's going to be a really good player later on in his career. Now, next is Juraj Kucka, who they just signed, I think, last year. And he's just one of those people that can start. He's in that rotating midfielder spot. We have okay, crap. What did I just do? He's in that spot, and I mean, he's 29 years old though, so I will probably keep him for a few seasons, but then we need to sell him on because he's gonna get old and he's gonna go down in potential, and we have quite a few other center mids in that spot that we can start, like Andrea Bertolacci, who is one overall lower than Kucka, but he's only 25 years old. He's actually worth more than Kucka at this point as well. So he plays and he's going to stay on the team. That's the same with Kucka. And here's another one of those guys that can be in that other midfield spot, and that is Andrea Poli. And as you can see, his contract's expiring in 12 months. I'm probably not going to re-sign him. He's 76 overall at 26 years old. Only think he's got like 77 potential, so he may go up, but then he's probably just going to start going right back down. And at this point, I don't know if I want to keep him. He's another one of those people that's just like, meh. We need to sign someone who can play in that final midfield spot, because we have Montolivo, another guy that I'll show you, and then someone in here. Locatelli, I'm sure, has played in that spot, but we don't know. Now, Jose Mauri, another good coming up center mid for Milan. He's 20 years old, on loan at Empoli, and he's going to be good. I think he's got lower than Locatelli, but he's still good. Next we have Andre Modic, on loan at Brescia. I think that's a Serie B club. I'm not sure. He's probably going to go. I don't think he's got that high potential. And here we go. He's going to be our starting other mid, and I know he's a left mid, but this kid needs to play somewhere. Giacomo Bonaventura. Oh my God, he is pretty much the heart of this club. I mean, he only signed in like 2014, 2015, but he is so good. You can play him up at the left wing, or you can play him at the mid, which I usually like to do. And then we have Gianfilippo Feliacci. I think he's got one of the higher potentials of people that we do have on loan, so not sure there. Next we have Giovanni Crociata. Again, probably going to sell him. Jose Sosa. Now, this is the one transfer, and Milan always has that one transfer in the window that you just facepalm at, and you're like, why did they do this? And I know they did have that coaching change in between, bringing Vincenzo Montoya He hasn't played at all. And he's worth $13.5 million. He's 80 overall. Oh, but we can't sell him in this transfer window because he just joined the club. So, I don't know what to do. Matias Fernandez, he's on loan here. And as you can see, he's 30 years old. Probably not going to play because we don't play a cam. That's the thing. Now, Hashim Mastur, he would be the one guy to switch it for us if we did do that. Hashim Mastur, I believe around 81 potential. He was much higher in FIFA 16. But in FIFA 17, he's down a little bit back. When he comes back from his loan, he'll probably get a sub spot. Now, Suso is going to be our starting right wing. Contrary to other people, he started his career at Liverpool, didn't get any time, transferred to Milan. He is literally the king of crosses. This guy is the best crosser I've ever watched Milan have, ever. He is so good. And you can see crossing. He's got 79, but look at great stats for a right wing. And he's only 20. God, I keep hitting the back button. He's 29 too. So for those of you wondering, that's probably who's going to be our starting right wing. Next, we have Keisuke Honda, the best Japanese player in this game. He's only 79 overall. Love to sell him. He's 30 years old. The only thing is that we don't have is that he's a free kick specialist. He's really good at free kicks. But other than that, they're the same overall. This guy's 22 and this guy's 30. Definitely want to sell the 30-year-old. Next we have Carlos Bacca, who is going to be our starting striker. I know he's 29 years old, but he's 84 overall. What can you say about him? He's 84 overall. I'm going to keep playing him until someone gets a higher overall than him because he is good. He scores goals for Milan. Next, we have Gianluca Lapadula, who we transferred in for a backup of Bacca because obviously we play a lot of games. Lapadula is a good backup, all right? Next, we have Luis Adriano, who's another guy we signed a couple years ago, who you just face palm. Don't like him at all. I would love to move him on and bring someone that's better for the club in. Next, we have Gianmarco Zigoni, who is on loan at Ferrera. Don't even know. We'll probably sell him on again, obviously. Another guy, I don't even know who he is. He's on loan at Chiavari. Probably sell him on. Next, we have a left wing, Mabai Niang, only 21 years old, and he's got 78 potential. He is good. The only bad thing about him is that he's been in horrible form in real life, and he's a real hothead, so FIFA doesn't have that, but I may not play him just because Milan in real life is not playing him that much. I don't know who this guy is. He is not even on the team default. So there we go. And for the starting lineup here, the only change I would make is I would put Montalivo back in that CDM spot. But other than that, we got a pretty good team. And I'll probably train people in between episodes. For transfer targets, though, I would love to get more sells than buys. Love to set up a youth academy as well, but obviously, currently we can't do that because we have no good scouts. But I will look, obviously, next week in the FIFA, so we're going to go ahead and do that later. But other than that, transfer targets, as I said, Kuchka, there we go. Maybe a replacement for Bacca, someone who's really low overall now, but who's got killer potential. Maybe, we'll see. But other than that, I might want to get another center back. So center mid, center back is probably who I'm going to be looking for in this transfer window. So there we go. I'll be looking more to sell players than buy players. But with that, you guys, make sure, I would say mock punch that like button, but just hit that like button. I'll figure out some creative thing to put on it. But you guys, I'm going to get up out. This is Kid Ray 5 signing out. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a good day.